Hello there again, my friends. This is the boy and his dog, and welcome to the channel where I play and review every game released on the Evercade, old and new. In today's video we continue our butchers of the 7th Evercade arcade car Irem Arcade 1 with the second game, Battle Chopper. Let's take a butchers. As Cutesy Copter Mr. Helly blasts the never-ending swarm of enemies as you seek to unmask the mysterious Mr. Muddy. Battle Chopper is a bright, colourful, vertical and horizontal scrolling shoot-'em-up developed by Irem and released for the arcades in 1987. And it's got that Rainbow Islands vibe going for it, cute and cuddly looking, but hard as bloody nails. If you're putting a decent amount of groundwork at the very start though, it should see a much less bumpy ride. Unless of course you die past the checkpoint, which resets all your powers and puts you in a terrifying position with no way to power up and everything flying at you from every direction, including the landscape. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Power-ups are done slightly different in this game. You can't just collect them and there is no specific shop to speak of. But there is, rather randomly, powers hidden behind the destroyable rocks. However, they each have their own price. You gain money by unearthing crystals within the rocks, above and below. The bigger ones obviously let you net more money, but if they break into smaller pieces, you get much less, even if you collect them all, so get them before they shatter. Also, as the game doesn't let you go back on yourself, sometimes you have to decide to take a power up, or move past it for hopefully something else. There is a small pool of different power-ups. Some make your rockets more powerful when homing on the enemies, or increase how many you shoot at once. Others power up your guns or give you a wider spray. There are also fuel top-ups which double as your health, and bombs that clear the screen of all destroyable blocks, but unfortunately not your enemies, which, as stated earlier, are endless, so there is no need to linger when all crystals in the area are obtained except the score increases, or if there is a gold enemy which when timed well can be shot over and over to keep dropping small crystals. Pressing B fires your gun, which will be how you clear most of the enemies coming from left or right, at least in the early parts before you are upgraded to homing missiles. With A firing missiles when you're in the air, but bombs when you're on the ground, which can be a little bit fiddly and annoying. I'd rather it just be shoot both all at the same time, or there was a third dedicated button just for the bombs if honest. But that's just a tiny complaint. Though you will use the rockets and bombs to kill enemies, especially when powered up, mostly they'll be used to clear the top and bottom of the screen of the destroyable blocks to get your crystals and obtain the power-ups if you raised enough money. And I can't stress this enough, that first area, do not rush, try to grab everything, because after the initial section the screen and landscape starts doing whatever the hell it wants, and until you get a bit of practice in, it's very hard to gain crystals and power-ups with everything moving. And if you're underpowered, it can be a bit of a shit more than it needs to be. Each of the game stages is split into two sections, with the second stage almost feeling like a boss castle level from the old Mario's, with a mini-boss at the end of the first stage and the main uber-boss at the end of the labyrinthian fortress of the second stage. The bosses are different enough to keep things interesting and don't get as hard as the levels themselves on the most part. But saying that, the whole game is really rather tricky. Stage states are your friend until you've memorised each stage, but even then, it can be a bit of a bugger, but a colourful, cheerful one. I would say my technique was hammer both A and B at all times. I found alternating, like I was playing a track and field title, didn't go as fast as just hammering both buttons at the same time. And after you cleared the initial level, the game doesn't feel quite as hard. It is mined, it just doesn't feel as overwhelming. Actually, thinking about it, I'd love it if Blaze added a mapping feature so I could just assign all attacks to one button and just hammer that to unleash it all. In the end, I absolutely love this game, though I can't play it in huge sessions as I'm annoyingly getting to the age my hands start to ache, so I have to stop after a while. But it doesn't stop me coming back fresh every time. Really an absolute gem of a game on this car, can't recommend it enough. You need to have this in your collection. And if you've made it here to the end of the video, thank you ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or a comment if you would like. Either way, I'm just chuffed you poked your head in to take a gander. As always, I hope you have an awesome day, my friends. Be seeing you.